So when we look at, and this is what I want you all thinking about. So if you're ready to start training for a race, you're ready to start training for the summer. June is right around that time where you're going to be training for your September races. Let's just put a pin in the map and say this is the start of your training. What you need to be thinking about, and this was the question, was like, how do I'm running 50 to 60 miles a week. My plan wants me to do less. What should I do? You should do less, because what you guys all should know is you can't be maximally fit all year. It's a recipe for disaster. You're going to burn out. You're going to break down. You're going to have a lot of problems if you try to continually to be maximally fit. So before you start your training, and I talked about this in the training guide, so I definitely recommend doing it, 60% is your number. You should be averaging about, for 3 to 4 weeks, 60% of your average. So what that means is if you are too far away, like, well, I've just started back up, I've been injured, or I just started back up because I was out of the game for a while, and my training plan starts tomorrow, like, well, you should get to 60% of your mileage before you even start your training plan, and then build from there. But the problem is you can't limp into a training plan. If you do, you're going to have to massively set it and alter it. But the question that came into the group was, well, I'm averaging like 80 to 100% of my mileage right now, 80 to 100. What should I do? My answer to you is you should get yourself down to 60% of your mileage, because like imagine like you have 18 weeks to race day and you're already peaked out at your mileage. It's just, if you say it out loud sometimes, it's like, well, that doesn't sound right, because it's not, and it's not sustainable. We want to make sure that we're coming into our race running about 60 miles a week, or 60% of our mileage, not 60 miles a week, and then you're going to do the 2 to 1 build from there. And what this does is it's more than just, it's tough, because I know a lot of runners, and I work with a lot of runners who like are very big on the mileage side of it, and interested in keeping that and hanging on to it. But like, it's all about risk reward and managing that risk. So many runners can barely make it to the start line of their training, let alone PRing. That's a tough thing to do, and you stack the deck against you when you're going in hot or you're limping into your training plan. So I really recommend everyone get 60% of their mileage in average there, and then just start your training plan from there. I'm going to talk about modifying it to your own needs, but don't come in soft. Don't come in so heavy that you're just going to run into a lot of trouble. I use that 60% number quite a bit. It's the drop down, it's recovery weeks throughout the training every third week. There's a lot I do, and for whatever reason, 60% has worked really well for me. Should not be running way more than you need to start your plan. And again, it sounds a little crazy to say out loud, like, so my plan says I'm supposed to run 36 miles this week, but I've been running 50 to 60. Should I just keep running 60 miles a week? That's my maximum mileage is. No, you shouldn't. You should not do that. You should come back down and then build back up.